runs. A very good player, Verinder Sehwag.
Mind you, that is a very fine shot. That's been launched almost into orbit.
Just try to settle in, left arm spin, bang. Straight down the ground.
It's another classy stroke for Sehwag.
This time Flintoff drifts onto leg stump. Another help yourself boundary.
Well, the scoring opportunities for India are coming from leg side deliveries. On the angle again, and another very good shot. Almost jumps into line there, Verinder Sehwag.
4 runs. Imperious stuff.
3 overs. Wobbling seam. Won't do a lot if the seam is wobbling. But if you give him 2 spells before Jones gets 1, and then Jones comes on and does absolutely nothing, bowls badly the first couple of overs.
Well played. Lovely little shot. Brings up the 50 for India. Great to watch the way actually both Sehwag and Dravid, there are times they will force the pace. But at this stage, they've just been waiting for any opportunity, even half an opportunity. It's just a great cricket shot.
It's almost as if Sehwag turned his entire body towards the mid-wicket region and then drove it through there. Bottom hand came into play for sure.
That's been launched almost into orbit. But certainly into the grandstand.
And as I was intimating earlier on, ball is getting a bit softer.
Every time it bounces off the seats in the grandstand, it will take a bit of life out of it. But Sehwag, brilliant talent, wonderful stroke maker, has launched that high into the skies, firstly above the grandstand. Has landed it in round about row 3. Right, how many more clues do you need? Give Giles a break.
Four overs for 28 runs, Ashley Giles.
It's a good shot. If you close your eyes, you think it was Sachin with some of the shots. Let's watch this delivery. Nicely played. To wait. I'll go all the way to the boundary and catch that.
That is right. I think he looks so good till he's 30, 40, sometimes even well past the half century. And then tries to play the big shot and gets out. We saw that happening when he took on Ashley Giles in Bangalore. He got a great 60.
Let's put away. Just settle down.
But it was in the air. I mean, he was trying to play a tennis shot. Look at that. He's tried to play up in the air. If that man had been a little wider at mid-off, it would have been a catch.
It was in the air and wide of gully and down to third man for 4.
In the air, gully region. He's thinking the same.
It's a fine shot, and that'll take Sehwag to his 50. Should come back for the 3rd. Thought about it, but decided against it. It's the 2nd 50 against England in his 3rd match. Previous 66, which Senor was talking about, was in Bangalore.
It's flashed away in that area again. It's 4 more. It's a difficult job trying to plug that gap.
But I'll be quite bullish about this. I've seen enough of these players and Sachin Tendulkar to think that gully, and a slightly deep gully, fairly square, is a very important fielding position.
Back foot again, and 4 more. 3 successive boundaries to Virender Sehwag.
Sehwag sets himself on the back foot, but he actually plays a shot off the front foot.
And that's one of them. 4 runs all the way. 4 runs it was.
Well, he has the ability to put away the bad deliveries. Not too many bad deliveries go unpunished. So I'm not too sure why he would want to charge it down the wicket when Ashley Giles.
Got him. Well, it's worked for Ashley Giles. And Virender Sehwag is going to have to be on his way. He could have seen it through for the last few overs of the day. He could have been there tomorrow morning. But for this adventurous approach to the game of cricket, England have broken through.
Your man is gone, David. Just being a bit too adventurous. As I was saying, fine to have a great attitude and a positive attitude, but don't be reckless. That was reckless. Another 70 odd for Virender Sehwag. He has made so many of those. 84 on this occasion. It's 128 for 2.
That's through for 4. Up to that short grandstand boundary. Despairing dive from Nick Knight.
Didn't look as if he was putting a great deal of effort into that. Full face of the bat, just opening the face of the bat slightly there just to get the gap on the offside. That was well played.
That's away to that short boundary as well. Collingwood has another vain chase.
Runs coming quite freely, just as they did at the top of the innings for England. Not the right line. Just 3 men on that onside. You don't want to be bowling anywhere close to leg stump. Well, that's Kirtley's natural delivery. The ball that comes into the right-hander has to adjust this line if he's going to be bringing it in. Has to start well wide above stump.
Oh, that's a magnificent stroke. Right in Sehwag's area. A little bit of extra bottom hand, and the ball went flying past mid-on.
Why does anyone want Tendulkar here? Why? What's wrong with me? Looks physically a bit like him. And that was a good shot. That was in the Tendulkar mold.
Straight down the ground. That'll rattle into the pavilion fence.
Not a great deal of movement off the seam either. And some good players with pads on.
Lofted high into the leg side. That'll go 1 bounce for 4. Slower ball from Hoggard, whose bowling figures are now beginning to look rather sick. Well, the field has worked for James Kirtley, just 2 singles off that over. The 50's up for India at the end of the 8th over.
Oh, that's wonderful. Just given himself about a foot of room and hit that with an open face through wide mid-off for 4.
Predictably, India going after these first 15 overs.
It's a shot of the highest class to open the face like that. Kirtley's persevering with this Yorker, or attempted Yorkers. Just too much width on that one. The length wasn't too bad. It's another classy stroke for Sehwag.
Trying to get the ball right in the block hole. Sehwag equal to it. He just lets the ball come. Lets it come, and just drops the bat on it. No third man.
This could run all the way up the hill for 4, it will. It's 50 for Sehwag. Brings it up with his 8-4. Perhaps wasn't as purely struck as the other 7. But it doesn't matter. That sent the Indian portion of this crowd into raptures. With the field in. And expect plenty of that from Sehwag. He's launched in first ball. Over mid-on for 6. Don't bother having a look. Don't bother seeing how much it's turning.
Change of bowling. Just a loosener. Just try to settle in. Left arm spin. Bang. Straight down the ground. Way, way back.
On it goes. That's found the gap as well. It's not just the ability to play the shots, it's the ability to find the gaps almost at will. There comes the 100 for India. No wickets down, and they're only in the 15th over. Flintoff trying to summon up the pace that's seen him through before. Ball of full length, just up there on off stump, but just look at the placement. What a catch, what a superb catch. Well, suddenly things turn round yet again. Well, would you believe it? Just at the moment that India seem to be doing absolutely everything right and almost making a mockery of this game. It's one more shot from Sehwag and a brilliant catch from Marcus Trescothick.
Well, I was just saying before this ball was bowled that it is around this time that Sehwag seems to lose his concentration and get out. And there he is, gone for an uppish shot. It's a great catch, all right, but hitting the ball up in the air around that area, he's given that opportunity for England to get him and claim a wicket and get that foot in the door. 109 for 1.